Hi, are you a disaster response professional? You may not be aware, but powerful innovations and large investments by public and private sector have changed how companies capture and share sensitive information with each other and with government during emergencies. And now you can leverage these efforts and get access to a multi-million-dollar platform that provides ongoing research and development and supports your day-to-day information needs and disaster response operations with new, better organized information, apps, and solutions. And this is guaranteed to enhance your knowledge of what's going on, to make more informed decisions, to protect your employees, support your customers and communities before, during, and after disasters. In fact, at a recent workshop, an executive from Duke Energy made this comment: "This service will change how industry and government will respond to emergencies together." Sound too good to be true? Just watch. Regional disasters and emergencies are an annual reality for every business and government agency. A few years ago, the Chertoff Group produced a study that outlined the various threats, their likelihood of occurrence, and their consequences. Most people focus on the frequent threats. Regardless, disruptions to your business, your customer's business, your supply lines, or communities where your employees live can impact you either way. The same thing is true in any case. All of these require reliable information from proven, trusted sources, so you know what's going on and who's doing what. Trying to get resources that you need during times of disaster is very difficult, and you don't want to build these connections during the disaster. When these things occur, you may be asking yourself, how do I quickly find out and monitor what's going on in and around us that could impact myself, my company, my suppliers, and customers, so forth? And how do I quickly determine if these impacts are going to disrupt my business? There are a bunch of experts out there that can tell you how to solve this problem, and they all say pretty much the same thing. There's only three little problems with this. They all require some form of investment in a tool, technology, a study, some kind of effort that take resources. Information technology, integration, training, people, time, attention, bandwidth. More importantly, they take your time. New emails, new relationships, new phone calls, conferences, information you have to read. It's never simple. And even if you have your act together, you remember, you're part of a supply chain. Your suppliers, if they're not up to speed, on the same page you are, if they go down, you go down. This is the reality today for all of us. But here's the good news. You don't really need all of that stuff today. Very simply, you just need easy access to the right information that's reliable so you can determine the impacts, so you can make the decisions you need to make to recover and respond faster, both for you and your customers. In fact, over 100 organizations have been working on this problem for many years, and they found a way to radically simplify the whole process by working together. They aggregate their resources and information. They put it all in a trusted location. They collaborate and leverage ongoing, both in the planning, response, and recovery phases. And they produce information that supports their day-to-day modes as well as their emergency modes. And they do this at a cost that's far less than any one of them even imagined. And they're all operations professionals from industry, from government, state, local, and federal, from trade associations, from research groups, and solution providers. They've been working together for quite some time, and now it's available in a simple service. And they call it 1StopOps. And it's designed to get information quickly, to help you know what's going on and who's doing what, so that you can make better decisions. And it is changing the way disaster response is going to be conducted forever. So how does it work and how does it benefit you? Well, 1StopOps gives you access to the app library and a community of hundreds of developers. They develop apps that help you make decisions in 30 seconds. What they do is they get trusted, organized information together. And the data comes from private sector and public source, little-known sources in the federal government and state government. It allows you to access people and expertise year-round. It creates better situation awareness from this data and gives you a better common operating picture so you know who's doing what and what's going on around the region. It helps you better coordinate with government and industry that have an impact on your supply chain or your company directly. When used right, you can actually help forecast impacts, get early warnings on some things you may not even know exist today. It gives you more control and more confidence in the information you have and your ability to make decisions. It helps you avoid costly and embarrassing mistakes. It reduces risk to you and your customers. If you are impacted or your customers are impacted, it gives you faster recovery. The knowledge you're going to gain from this is like nowhere else in the country, and it saves you time, and there's no big investment involved. It's a brilliant idea that's been developing for many years, and now you have access to it. In fact, recently, in 2016, Hurricane Matthew impacted the East Coast, and 1StopOps apps actually helped hundreds of public and private sector organizations coordinate and respond to Hurricane Matthew. Across a variety of things, it coordinated power, helped monitor social media, flooding and wind information, closed bridges, wireless network outages, lodging, government emergency waivers and declarations, re-entry procedures, located open-closed stores, coordinated with FEMA and DHS, drone information, reduced delays at way stations, and a variety of other things that happen in this viral network where people share information to respond to that storm. That's data-driven decision-making. Simple, effective, and it's the new way disaster response will occur going forward. So what's the vision for this? Well, today it's focused on disaster management and the basics that are required to do that. In the future, they're going to look at intel and threats, cybersecurity, health and medical, business to business, other sectors, and maybe ideas you bring to the table as we do through our user groups. This is where we get a lot of the ideas, is through people like you that have issues they've been wrestling with over and over and over again, and they need help getting fixed. That's what 1StopOps does. In the end, the vision is really unity of effort in planning, response, and recovery. Coordinated, better synchronized, sharing information, sharing perspectives, focused on a common intent and coordinating their actions. 100,000 organizations someday, that's the vision. Unity of effort is power when it comes to disaster response. So if any of this information is of interest to you, we want to invite you to an informational webinar. This webinar will go much deeper into a number of areas to provide you a lot more information. First, we're going to look at the new tactics and technologies and learn how this came about. Next, we're going to look at the data-driven decision-making process, some of the data that's available, and how it can help prevent disruptions for you, your business, and your customers. Third, we're going to look at the easy access to the apps and the information through the App Store. Third, we're going to look at easy access to apps and information and how you do it, and how people are using it for planning, response, and recovery efforts. Next, we're going to show you how this saves time and money by leveraging and the process we use to create new apps to solve specific business decisions. Next, we're going to show you how to increase control and reduce your risk by looking at how information is handled, the process we use to organize it, and how people that use it feel really smart. Next, we're going to look at, if you want, how to have a seat at the table with some of these organizations to have influence on some of the new apps we develop, some of the issues and use cases we develop, and how you can be part of a users group that meets periodically throughout the year to discuss these issues. And lastly, we're going to show you how this is proven, and it's been used in every major storm since January of 2016. This is proven and battle tested, and we'll show you how it works so you can be confident that this is something that's been developed and proven and tested in dozens and dozens of incidents. So we encourage you not to miss this opportunity. Register today, put your email in and click the register button, and we'll see you on the other side.